Alrighty, incredible greetings. I just realized I screwed up, but it's okay. I'm going to get it done because it's going to take y'all some time to get in here anyway. Now, for those over on YouTube, it's going to be a bit of a delay for y'all, but I got to do this part over here so I can be live over on Facebook. And I'm not going to lie, I'm being real lazy. I just made the simple title of Do You Want to Learn Canva? I really should have links and things in here, but I'll deal with that later. There we go. Go live. Boom. We are live. We are live. We are actually going to really do some stuff in Canva. This is a little experiment for myself as well. So I'm testing out some things with doing this in this manner, but we're going to see. Okay. We're actually going to do some work in Canva. So if you are watching this, whether you're watching the playback, if you happen to be on here live, know that we are actually going to design. This is something I normally do not do. Okay. Like design regular, schmegular, degular stuff in Canva. But I'm about to go through it because it is to prove a point. All right. So rock with me. I promise you will learn something. I promise you. If you are looking to learn Canva, you will learn something. Will it be the totality of like knowing Canva and all those things? No, that takes time. But I want to be able to help you. And you'll see what the help is as we're kind of going through this. But it is going to require some engagement. Okay. It's going to require you guys to answer some questions as we go along with it, as I go through this process. But if you stick around, either just listen in or participate, or even if you're watching the playback of this, I still want you to answer the questions in the chat as I'm going through it, because your answers will probably still be the same if you're watching live, and you'll understand at the end. Okay. So, hello, incredible greetings. Welcome in. Keandra, how art thou? Miss Vanessa, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Let me go ahead and just share this out real quick. I promise y'all, this is going to be a good one. And I'm in this one. Someone was like, yesterday I was in rare form. No, today I'm going to be in rare form because I don't really teach, well, like just regular, I don't know if I say it's like regular design. Like I use Canva for business. So I use it for a lot of like flyers and videos, and I'll create certain things. Like, I've created like e-guides in it. I create my downloads, like my PDF download that takes them to a link for like my, what's those things called? My digital products and things. So I use it, but not how those who are currently on my platform, who follow me for the past 10 years, you're following me because you want to learn something crafty, creative. You want to be able to learn something to make a shirt with, a tumbler with, a keychain with, a blanket with, a mug with, a party favor, a chip bag, a foam board, hell, microwave, a foam board, refrigerator, TV, vending machine, box, like all of the things. Like that's what y'all really, really want. So much more to it. But today I am giving in. I am giving in, and I am going to give. I got what you want. I got what you need. So I'm going to give you what you want. But by the end, I'm going to expose what you need. Okay? So let me just find this so that I can share it out. Okay, there we go. Hit there. Let's hit share. Let's hit group. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. And we're gonna put it here because this is a Canva one. Let me put it in here. I am going to be in rare form and do an actual design / template in Canva, you don't want to skip over this live. All right, boom, boom, and boom. Let's get into this, okay? She says, yes, out of your element. I'm telling you, they said I was in rare form to talk, when I was kind of going in. No. That's me on the regular. It's going to be out of character is for me to give you a full on Canva tutorial, because y'all like tutorials. Not so much classes, trainings, y'all like tutorials. So we are going to test out. Today is my day of social experiments. I have some posts that I'm going to do that are going to be like social experiments, and this live is going to be a social experiment. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Welcome in. All right, y'all, let's get into it. I am Shakira the Professor. I teach all things creative, all things crafty, all things design, all things business for those who are in a handmade business, creative business, party favor business, event planning business, custom apparel, business apparel, B2B, B2C, B2D, B2E, B2F, B2Q, B2LMNOP. Whatever B you want to be to, I can help you get there. I can help you reach your goals. All right. We're going to use Canva as the vehicle today. All right. So I often hear from people, I don't know how to use Canva, right? That's what they'll say. I don't know how to use Canva. But we're going to test that theory today. We're going to do a little quiz. We're going to test your Canva knowledge. So I need to know in the chat right now, okay? I am here. This is what Canva looks like when you open it up. This is pretty much what the home, you're going to see like your recent designs, things of that nature. You can go to templates and you're going to see all of the Canva pre-made templates, right? So let's say you want to create a design. You're like, man, everyone keeps saying the way to get to the bag is you got to learn how to design for yourself, and you got to make your designs, and it has to be unique. It has to be your own voice, all that kind of good jazz, right? But man, I don't know how to use it. So from this page, put a 1 in the, she says yes to the alphabet. Put a 1 in the chat if from this screen, your home screen, you know how to start a design. Put a 2 if you do not, and you're like, this is why I need a template, because I don't know which size design to make or how to even select it. Put a 1 in the chat if you know how to start a design from this screen right here. Okay. All right. So I see some 1s coming in. I see a couple of them. So those that put 1s, can you tell me, where am I supposed to go? What should I do to start a new design from this screen? Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I clicking on? Am I going to your design? Okay, we're not even going to use templates. We're going to go to your designs. All right. Okay, so I see a 2 there. Stick around. You need this information. All right. So where are we going to go to excuse me, to start this design? Tell me where to click. Tell me where to click. I know how to use it, but I want to prove, I promise y'all, this is going somewhere. Okay, we're going to go to create. All right, so we're going to click on create. All right, there we go. Someone said go. Thank you. Thank you. What is it? LJ Walker. I'm how you have your name on here. Okay, so create, the purple button. All right, cool beans. We are here. We are on create. What is it that we are going to do from here? Oh, Kat said, well, it depends. Do you want to use a template? You would go, okay, no. So we're not going to use template. We're going to create, right? Because you're wanting to create something. Let's say, okay, I'll do it like this. You want to create where y'all, we went from Valentine's Day. We skipped over everything Black History Month. Y'all are preparing for Easter and grad. Grad is like the Super Bowl. Well, y'all call Christmas the Super Bowl. So I'm guessing graduation season would be like the NBA finals, child. The MLB, World Series, one of them championships, okay? So we're going to do grad. If you wanted to make a grad fan, because that's an easy entry point into the grad world. You wanted to make a grad fan. We're not going to templates because we know Canva itself, Canva's pre-made templates, they ain't got no grad fans, okay? They don't have those. So now you need to create a grad fan. You're like, look, I don't have no coins. I know I can do this. I want to create a grad fan on my own in Canva. So where are you going to go? All right, so then I don't know, carousel example if you want for the photos. But see, I like where you went there. Like, so you're thinking through, and that lets me know, that there is no one set thing. Like, I gotta know what I want to create. So, but if I want a certain diameter, I would hit create, then pick the size of, I wanted to make a Facebook flyer. I would hit Facebook banner. One precise size, boom, 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 boom. You need to know the size of what you want. Okay. All right. I'm liking these answers. All right. Cool. So should you go to create? Okay. Someone says custom size, or you can use a frame. Okay. If we use a frame, is there an option to just go to a frame? From my home screen, can I just click on, hey, start with a frame? Or would you still have to create a design page? All right, so somebody told me to go to custom size. I'm going to go ahead and go to custom size. I like that, right? So we're going to go to custom size. If I can just kind of come back over here for just a quick hot little second. Did you know that you didn't have to go to create? There's a lot of redundancies in Canva. Custom size sits right here. But because you're in your mind, I need to create something, you look for that word create, and it's kind of creating an extra step. Custom size is right here. Does this page not look like this page? So you didn't really have to go to create. So she says, yes, it's in elements, but you cannot get to elements from the home screen. Elements becomes available once you have a design page. So you can't just jump to that. You have to first create a design page. From home screen, you cannot just go to elements. It doesn't exist on the home screen. It exists in the design portion of Canva. So we're going to come here. Y'all told me to come to custom size. I need to know, what size am I putting in? What size am I going to input? We want to create a fan. Or if you want to create something else, tell me what it is that you want to create, and then tell me the size that we should put it in. So author LJ Walker says, you got to decide if you want the size in pixels or inches. So you tell me. Where am I going? So Joy says, okay, go to create. And that's so many people that said create. Do y'all know that everything that you see under create, presentation, social media, photo editor, videos, print, docs, whiteboard, sheets, websites, emails, custom size, upload, and then you go to more. All of that is right here. It is right here. Boom. You didn't have to go to create. This is lesson 1. You guys are going into Canva overthinking. That's lesson number 1. You feel like you're struggling in Canva because what are you doing? You are overthinking. That button is there, but it's redundancy, because nothing is new. You click here, it is literally showing you the exact same things. That's right here. If I hit more, it takes me to the exact same place. We're overthinking. That's lesson number 1. Okay, Okay, ma'am, I understand you do inches, but I asked a specific question. You want to make a fan, or if fans is not your thing and you want to create something, tell me what that thing is, and also tell me the size that you would use. We're being very specific today. Custom size. Okay, you're a little bit behind, Joy. So when you're responding to certain things, it might seem like I'm not answering you, but because you're saying custom size, you're a little bit behind. So what size are we going to put? Okay, so Joy says 8.5 by 11. All right, cool beans, right? So you can go to where you would choose flyer, and you're going to choose 8.5 by 11. Okay, so I see that 8.5 by 11. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click on this. All right, cool. So we have this here, right? We're going to say we want to create a fan. What would be the first step that you would take to create this fan? Or again, if fan is not your thing and you're not quite connecting with that, what should I go and start to create here? Incredible morning, Christy. How art thou? Thank you. You're supporting everywhere. I see you on Facebook. I see you over here on YouTube. Thank you so much for supporting on multiple platforms. Come on, y'all. Come on. I know everybody's not at work. Everybody's not at work. You keep saying you want to use Canva, but you have someone like learning it. You have to be able to answer these questions. Because I promise I can't even say it. I can't say it because I'm gonna give away the purpose of this live video. What are we going to go to next? The shape of the design. What does that mean? What shape? So what am I making? Do the elements build out the shape? Is there a specific shape? Am I dropping into it? Someone mentioned a frame earlier. Am I just going to get a frame and I'm going to get that? I'm going to drop that in there. I'm going to design within that frame. Am I creating the shape of it myself? Where is this shape coming from? Okay, background. We're going to go to background. Where you see a background at? Okay, so I guess if we click here, this will change the background color. But if I'm doing a fan, am I doing it where it's solid? To where I'm going to do the whole entire background. Okay, so we come down here. All right, background. If I come to background and I click something, it's going to fill the whole thing. Is that what I really want when I'm creating a fan? Change. Okay, add. Okay, wait a minute. All right, so okay, hold up. I see something here. Let's go back. I see some instructions. Okay, you were going with the fan, but what shape? You're saying the shape of the design. I'm asking you, where am I going at to get this shape? Where should I be clicking on to get this shape? What shape am I making for this fan? For a grad fan, a handheld fan. All right, so I see here, pulling your picture that you want to add to the fan, then add the year. Where am I pulling this picture from? So I like that when she says, pull in your picture that you want to use, you want to add to the fan. Where is that? Okay, where am I going to get this picture? Then add the year. Where am I going at to add this year? Change the font, add an outline. I like all of these, okay? So she says, well, first, if this is created for grad, I would either go to elements and look for grad elements like 2026, or I would upload maybe a photo or an inspiration pic and have it on the screen to work from. Okay, I like that. So elements, uploads to get the picture. So elements, I'm going to go to elements. Where am I going at here to find this shape? Does Canva have specific? I didn't know that. Does Canva have specific shapes for a fan? Add any other text. So I like, okay, Michelle Mesa, she says, we're going to pull in your picture. You're going to add the year. You're going to change the font, add an outline, add any other text. What other text would that be? She said, all right, go to elements, then decide what shape you want for your fan because everyone is different in their designs. We're going to elements. Okay. Okay. Shirley says we're going to go to upload. So we're going to go to uploads. And then from here, what are we going to do? What are we going to do in uploads? You can go into elements, make a circle or a frame. So that means the shape of this one will be a circle. See, now I can work with that. You gave me an actual shape, Amira. Thank you. Thank you. Was it Is it Amira or Amira? So uploads and import. There's no import on here. So we have uploads. All right. I'm going to go to my phone real quick. Maybe if you're used to using it from a phone, I'm going to make sure and see, does it have a import? Or maybe we're thinking about a different program. Okay, so Untitled Design. We're going to click on this. We're going to go to uploads. Yeah, it still says upload files. Import is not an option in Canva. So she says, okay, somebody else says a square from elements. All right, so we're going to go to elements. So I got two recommendations. And even though they didn't say it, if you don't know Canva, I'm going to show you where these things are that they recommended that we go to. Okay. So shapes is one place that you would go to. And someone said to add a circle. So we're just going to click on that. I was going to say, please don't embarrass me, Canva. I know you're lying. We're going to add a circle. And then someone said add a square. Okay. So we technically have two different options. On this one, I'm going to add the square to this page. I'm going to delete it from this one. Okay. So we have a square. We have a square, we have a circle. Okay. Then I was told to bring in a picture, but they told me to go to import. I don't see an import like her name or whatever school they're attending in the fall. Okay, yes, someone said to do a frame. So let's go back to elements. We're gonna go back. We're going to come down, scroll down to frames. And someone said, or frame. So there is a circle frame. And we're going to come here and we're going to go back to elements. I'm going to go ahead and add a square one to this one as well. Okay. Because I was told maybe a frame. Okay. All right. So let's see. Uploads to get a picture. So someone says to go to tools. So tools, not going to really help us too much here. Well, actually, no, you know what? I lied. Shapes are in tools. Again, there's that redundancy, right? So we can go to tools because from tools, you can add shapes. You're going to get, some of those options. From tools, you can go to text and it's just simply going to add that add paragraph text. Someone did tell me to add text with the year. So if I came over here, we're going to go add text box. You see, it did the exact same thing from the tools, right? So that is an option that's there. All right. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Someone said to add the grad year. So we're going to add 2026. All right, cool. Boom. Wait a minute. Where in the hell is the text? I know I just typed it out. Because there are some really great instructors who y'all know this. So here's lesson 2 in this, right? Now, a lot of you didn't. Maybe some of you guys are screaming, sitting at your desk. You're sitting at home. You're sitting, in the car. You are screaming out the answers to me. You're just not typing it out. But what I am noticing is there's a good amount of you know where to go at. You knew that there was a create button. There was someone says, okay, go to custom size. I could have made it a custom size. Okay, we know that we're going to choose 8.5 by, we'll choose 8.5 by 11 for this. If that's the size that you're wanting to work with. Okay, we said, okay, we need a shape. So some of you, for your fans, you would start with a shape in order to build it out. We knew that in order to get a picture in here, we need to use uploads. In order to be able to put, I saw someone put, we have to put the school name that the graduate's name, the school that they're attending. Okay, so we know that. We know that comes through text. Y'all know what that tells me? Y'all know what that, well, we had someone that mentioned tools, right? We had someone that mentions, hey, I need to know if you want to do it in pixels or inches. That's something that's very valuable. Do you know what that tells me? Anybody want to guess what from what you guys have responded to, what I now know to be true? Anybody want to take a guess? Ooh, someone says do a poster with a picture that's 20 by 30. Okay, so I would have done it like this. I would have uploaded the image of my grad, then select text, add the year, select the year, and change the font to a boxy like font. Okay, so I'm going to select this one. And she told me to change it to a boxy like font. So I'm just going to go with Bevan. Okay. Increase the size by selecting the year and grabbing only the outside corners, which I did. Then add an outline to the year and change the color outline to so I could see what it looks like. Okay, because I'm guessing we're going to keep this white. So you're saying because we can't see it right now. You would add an outline so that you can see it because it's white on white on white, white on white on white. Okay, so can you tell me though? Do you know, or are you able to share where are we going to go at to add this outline? Then select the picture you uploaded and drag it on top of the year towards the center. Then go to elements, add a shadow around your grad. Once you're all done with the total design, then add an outline to the whole thing. This becomes your ultimate shape and background color of cardstock when you're making the fan. Aha, Kat says, we have a base understanding of Canva. Yes, exactly. I don't know how to use Canva. I don't know how to do this. That means you know how to use Canva. For some of you, learning or knowing what to do in Canva to create something isn't the issue. Your issue is you may not know how to design and put it together where it works for your eyes. Like you are able to process it. You like the way that it looks. That's not an understanding Canva thing because you might understand how it works. And if you're not answering, then I am to assume you did not even know how to get to these tools and functions. That means you might need an understanding of Canva and where to access things, how to bring things up. Some people said, okay, add a shape. If you go in there, there is no thing that just says, hey, I'm a shape. Like just when you have to click on something to get to something to show you that you need a shape. You have to click on something to bring up another menu to be able to find frames. And you have to click on that in order for those frames to come up and then choose it. You got to know how you have to size it. So yes, there are some of you that don't know how to use Canva from a basic standpoint of I don't know where anything is. I can't even finagle my way through this. So I just don't go. I create the account. I'm paying for pro, but because I don't even know how to start a design, I don't know how to add a shape. I have not taken the time to click through icons to see what is here. I'm just going to say, I don't know Canva. And then there's some of you, you know these things. You know that things like tools exist. You know that frames exist, shapes exist. You know that fonts exist and you can change it. You know that there's a thing called outline. If you can't see your font, you can go to outline. You know these things. So when you go into maybe a class and it's like, okay, well, I didn't learn anything from this. You paid your money or whatever. And they said, I'm going to teach you Canva. Because for me, my understanding Canva, I want to get you to this point where you know where to go at. Then I can help you with designing. Bingo, right back to rule number 1. Don't overthink it. Exactly. Okay, so someone over here says highlight and click effects at the top and click outline. Okay, so we're going to go here. They told me to go to effects and we're going to click outline. Boom. So I'm going to just kind of jump ahead here. You can change the thickness of this. You can change the color of this. All right, cool beans. Cool. So we have this. Someone said to do 2026. All right. I'm not going to go through bringing in a picture. I'm going to use whichever one is here. So I'm going to go to my uploads. Should we make so I made a little funny post with Tyra yesterday because the documentary came out and that's all that's up and down my timeline. So should I use Tyra or should I use Shonda Rhimes? Is Shonda Rhimes giving, hey, this is a graduation image? Actually, question. I have a question for y'all. Is there a specific type of image that you should use for graduation fans? Is there a certain type of image that you should be using for graduation fans? Could I use this image that's like Tyra? Could I use Shonda Rhimes? Could I use Brozilla? I mean, Brorilla? One that's high quality and not blurry and looks junky, or more importantly, don't have watermarks. I'm just saying. Okay. So this is a really good image of the Tyra Banks. Really good picture. So you're saying we should be able to build out a real nice graduation one with this one, right? It's high quality, it's not blurry. I don't feel like it looks junky. There's nothing. It's her in a nice little mauve background. So could I build a template with this image? Or should I go with Shonda? Do 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 do. She says yes, but not sell. What do you mean? So I can use Tyra, but I can't sell that? Well, I mean, she ain't graduated from nobody's school, so I wouldn't sell her, but could I not use it as my template when I'm advertising on social media? Would it be wrong for me to create my template with an image of Tyra and then I'm going to go and say, hey, I got graduation fans, but I got Tyra face on it? Is that going to make sense? I will personally remove the background and then maybe add a school mascot in the back with a faded faded out a little bit, then build from there with the school year and colors. Not if it's trademarked. So people's pictures wouldn't be necessarily trademark, but I mean, people can prevent you from using their likeness. It would be like their copyright. So if you don't know, like whenever you're coming in here, you're getting these images, technically whoever the photographer was for that picture, that is their intellectual property. So they can say, hey, you're not able to use my image, which is why like someone like me, I either pay for stock photos that a photographer actually took and they made them available. You pay for access to it. You look for royalty free images. And some people like to use AI. I'm not a big AI person because AI doesn't really give you a sense of like how these images are really, really going to look. So I'm not big on that. But yes, it is someone's intellectual property if you just kind of choose a random one. But let's just say I have permission to use Tyra. Would there be anything wrong with me using this particular image to build out my design? If you're using that image, you should remove the background from it. So go to the app. So, okay. All right, cool. We're going to do that. But if I wanted to start building out a graduation design, should I or could I use this, or do I need another image? Someone says it will not make sense to use Tyra. So just so you know that I would choose a model that is more the age range I'm gearing towards. Okay. Is there a certain age range? I sit here and I see stuff every single day of, these amazing stories of grandparents and parents. They're graduating with their kids. There's grandparents and they're 70 years old. Hey, I finally got I got my master, I got my bachelor's degree. I got my AA. And it's some of them, hey, I finally got my GED. So when did there become an age? Honestly, it depends, but you've always taught us to duplicate. Sometimes it's easier to work from the original than from where we are. So those are really cool. But here we're going to go back to rule 1. If you were just starting out, you don't have pictures of people, you didn't really someone told you, okay, go to uploads or bring in a photo. If this was the only image that you have, you can use this to start a design. Would graduation pictures not be from the bust up? It has their face, their hair, and thing. You have an image that has hair and all that stuff. You're overthinking it because you're waiting to have the perfect type image. Oh, I need an image of a person that's my age range, somebody that's in high school, somebody that's in middle school, or I need an elementary school picture. I need this, I need that. What you are working on is building out your design. That image can be changed at any point in time. Oh, look at that. Your girl keep on rhyming. Okay, one time for the lyricists. Y'all are overthinking it. It doesn't have to be. You could put a picture of Bugs Bunny in that spot. Because what you're trying to figure out is how I'm going to fit a name in here, how I'm going to fit the year in here, how I'm going to fit the school name in here, the mascot, the colors. Who cares about that image? Y'all are overthinking it. So I'm going to stick with Tyra. We're going to go over here. Y'all told me background remover. In order to have access to this function, you have to be willing to put a little skin in the game. You got to give up a little coins, okay? If you don't have the, what is it now, $12, $15, you got to do something strange to get a little change, because in order to remove the background, in order to make these designs, because you are going to get images that have backgrounds to them, you're going to need Pro. Or do you? Do you need to have Pro to remove the background? Do you? If I was marketing to high schools, if you were marketing to high schools, you can change that out at any point. My whole thing is people say, I can't design. They're waiting for someone to drop a template because they're waiting for this. They don't have a high school. I don't have a, go get your own high school picture. You may not look like that now, but if you got your senior pictures, you were a high schooler then. Who cares if it was from 1981, 1999? Hey, class of 1999. Who cares? Go grab your senior picture. Can't nobody sue you for using your picture. It's okay that you 55 and you look 45 right now, but in that picture you was a good hot 18, 19. If your birthday was late, probably ain't do too well, the early grades, you might be 20 when you graduate, okay? You might have been a high achiever and you look damn good in that picture because you was 16 when you graduated. Call your mama. Send me a picture of my graduation picture off your, as my grandma would say, your chefero. Okay, got your china cabinet. We worried about AI when you got pictures in your house that you can build out your template with. Don't nobody know that was your picture from 1989. This is the definition of y'all overthinking it. Y'all watching these tutorials and stuff, and they're using all these fancy things, and you think that you can't do it because you don't know how to find these fancy images. You don't know how to create the AI artwork. But you got a photo album full of pictures. You got a bunch of pictures that your mama paid for. You ain't used not a nary a scissors to cut nothing out. Y'all paid for that big package, and the only thing that you gave out was the 8.5 by or 8 by 10 to your Grammy because you didn't have to cut that out. But ain't nobody else got no pictures. You got all the wallets, all the 5 by 7s still sitting inside the envelope that the photo studio gave you. Go get one. You got a smartphone. Go take a picture of it. Go scan it. Go upload it to Canva. Make the template. Anything that you create in here, you are now able to change it out, change the color, change the picture. You have your own template. A template is not just about you having something that you can sell as a digital design and making money that way. You trying to make money off of making fans. Create it. Use the same thing over and over again. You know that you need the year. You know that you need the graduate's name. You know that you need their school. You know that you don't need a picture, but you want a picture. Start creating them templates yourself. Why are we overthinking it? I asked my friend if I can use, I asked my friends if I can use our graduation photos, and they were more than happy to let me use it and promote with it. It doesn't hurt to ask. Exactly. We talk about our friends and family they don't support. Okay, you may not have none. Maybe your mom and them didn't have money to get your graduation pictures, things of that nature. But you might have a friend that had some. They didn't know about graduation fans and this, that, and the third when they baby graduated and all that stuff, but they got them grad pictures. They might even have some in their phone. Hey, you got any pictures of your baby in a cap and gown? Didn't your baby graduate 2 years ago? Hey, could I possibly use that? I'm trying to go and advertise. Y'all got resources at your fingertips, but you've been brainwashed to think that you need all of these outside sources. Oh, everybody going on here, they want to jump on the bandwagon. My friends and family don't support me. But if you are afraid of being sued, and one of the things that came up was trademark, copyright. But if the person that took the picture and they gave you permission to use it, why are you not using that resource? Oh, I like that. She says, you are correct. I was thinking of the final project, not just the beginning of designing, because we are creating the template. You are correct. Overthinking at its best. Before you get to the final project, you got to create the design. So why are we thinking about the end product and we need a test? We need something to test with. We need to create a design. All right, boom. So we got our picture. All right, so if you want to upload it and it's in your uploads, you do have to have Pro in order to use background remover. It's going to remove that background for you. But I want to give y'all like this little word. I can't stand it, but y'all love it. Y'all gravitate to it. Y'all feel like y'all doing something when somebody tells you, here's a little hack. Okay. Canva hacks. I bet you didn't know. All right. There is an app. Okay. Canva thrives on apps. The actual interface of Canva, it ain't really too much you can do in it. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, it's cool. You can do the basic, add a little text, add a little color, but a lot of the times people are using apps, okay? They're using apps. So I want to come over here. We're going to go over to apps and we're going to go to remover or just, I'm just going to put in remove. Some people say, I don't know how to, I don't know how to search for what's in your head. Put the word in there. Do you have to have the exact phrase? No. One thing about AI is AI gonna pick up on anything. You just put remover. So now it's telling me, is it an AI vocal remover? Is it a text remover? Is it a background remove it? Okay, we're gonna go there. Oh, just by me clicking on that, I have a background remove it. I have background eraser. I have replace background, background pro, background cleaner, blur background, change background, product background. Oh, this one right here, you're showing it. It says background list. Ain't no what them things called? Ain't no crown on that. Now some of these I don't have. So if I click on it, you're gonna have to go and add it to it, right? So we come on here. Let's say we went open. They want you to, okay, no, let's start a detail. No, I don't want that one. I'm going to come to this one. This one I do have because I've already done this one. So we're going to go to background. So the difference in this one is you can't have it in your uploads. So you have to have it on your computer or on your mobile device, and you have to go in and choose the file. So unlike before where you can, like with the native to Canva one, you can drag and drop it into Canva and it's in your uploads and you can kind of do things from there. So when you're doing it that way, you have like the regular version and then you have the back. So it makes it a little bit easier. So when you're doing it this way, you are going to have to go in, choose a file. And okay, I don't think I actually did, because I just copied and pasted her in here to be able to get it in. If you don't know how to do that, go ahead and join my Canva course. I'll show you how to like copy and paste things inside where you don't have to necessarily save it to your computer, save it to your drive. You copy and paste it from the web and put it in there. But I'm just going to use this one and let's see if it will remove the background for me, because I mean, I added other stuff to this. So I'm not sure if it's going to fully remove the background, but it's technically the same image. Okay, background. So it removed it, but it left this part because I added it to the design, right? So, but you can see it removed the background. I'm gonna choose another one. So I'm gonna go choose file. I'm gonna go to, which one do I want to go to? Which one want to go to? Which one I want to go to? Which one want to go to? Which one gonna go to? Which. Should I use me? I'm not gonna use me. I'm cute, okay? I don't think y'all can handle all that cuteness in my image, so I'm not gonna use me. I want to find another like regular image. Ooh, my girl Maya, but I've already removed the background on her, so I can't use that. I mean, most of my stuff, because I removed mine, but okay, here we go. Somebody right here. This may, I don't want to use that one either. Let's see. Oh, here goes some grad ones. Let's go ahead and select this one. So we're going to go ahead and select that. We're going to remove the background. I know, I'd be having a whole concert. I really do. Boom! Oh my gosh! The background is removed and I didn't have to have pro. There is your hat for today. You have just been promoted. Okay, I'm just playing. But just so that you know, because it's always in groups, you gotta have pro to remove the background. No, boo kid, you gotta know the apps. Go explore the apps. There are so many things that you can do in the apps. It's gonna be let's see, app Thursdays. Instead of throwback, we're gonna do app Thursdays. You need to go and explore apps. Explore 5 or 6 apps every single Thursday, because today is Thursday. So go ahead and explore use of apps. But look, we removed it. And guess what? We're gonna come up here. Let's see. We're gonna go to where it would be in projects, I think it is. Hold on. Where did it go from here? I want to say it's probably in projects. So when you want to go back and look for it, it's not going to be in uploads. You got to go to projects. Did y'all know that there was a projects folder? Did y'all know that projects and going to that was not just for things in folders that you put in folders? No, you ain't know that, because you know why? You didn't join my Understanding Canva class for me to explain that to you, for someone who didn't give you the surface level things, okay, that they just saw on somebody else's, they saw on somebody else's reel, they saw on somebody else's YouTube, and it's like, okay, well, I want to share this with my audience because my audience didn't see this, but I don't really know Canva. Oh my, because I see it all the time. I upload this, I change this, but I don't see it in my uploads. Where did it go? It's in your projects. But because that wannabe instructor didn't know that things go to your project that you didn't put in there, you didn't put in the folder, you'll never know that. You're going to keep going and keep uploading, keep doing all this stuff and trying to figure out where in the heck is my stuff. Because, somebody didn't call it a hack. The projects folder is a hack. It's a hack, okay, to get your things, all right? So now we have this image on here. So now you know you can bring in an image, but I'm still going to use my image of Tyra. We're going to go ahead and thank you for your service, ma'am. You have been amazing today. All right, if we need you, we'll call on you if your services are needed. But for right now, bye-bye. We're going to go ahead and use Miss Tyra Banks, okay? Because we want to show that you don't have to have an image of a grad to build out your grad fan. Okay. All right, let's go. Can we work on are y'all ready for the next lesson in this whole thing? Can I move on to the next lesson? So we've learned to not overthink. We've learned not to just, be stuck on that word hack. Are we ready for the next lesson? If you have the free version of Canva Pro, if you have the free version of Canva and that just helped you, whether you are watching it live or you're watching the playback of it, go ahead and drop a hell yeah in the chat. I need to know that it was for that one. So I need to see a hell yeah, a heck yeah. I need to see those two words together in the chat, especially if you're working with the free version. All right, there we go. All right, cool beans. Got it. She said, I have the paid version, but it was still a hell yeah for me. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to come back to this design. So I was told that we had to have a picture. Boom, we have the picture. I was told that we need a square or a circle. So let me go ahead and just copy. So I'm going to select all of this. We're going to copy and we're going to bring this over here because I'd be damned if I go ahead and do it again. So we're going to bring this over here. So I was told I needed a square. I need either a frame square or I needed a just a regular square or a circle. I needed an image. I needed the year. I was told to put the person's name. So we're going to just copy pretty much the same thing. We're going to go to text. We're going to add a text box and we're going to go and put Tyra. Okay, so we have her name. Someone said maybe the school name. All right, the other thing that we're going to need, can someone tell me a mascot? What school? Like, what is going to be the mascot of Miss Tyra Banks' school? Bears. Okay, right? We're going to go over to elements. We're going to type in Bears mascot. Okay, let's see what we have here. We can use this one. We can use maybe this one. We can use just the claws. Did I go out and look for 365 Creative Academy? 365 senior high school mascot and go find the bears and remove it and do all these different things? Or did I just utilize Canva's resources, not just typed in bears mascot? Because we're building out a template, people. We're building out our design. And you trying to figure out the layout or the design, you're going to stress yourself out looking for the perfect version, because y'all said before, it has to be high quality, not blurry. So if you go and you look for that mascot and you have this in your mind that you want the tigers, you want the zebras, and you want the panthers, so you're looking for that, but every single image that you find, it is blurry. So now, oh my God, I wasted 30 minutes looking for the perfect mascot. You're on Canva. They got ish galore. What we going crazy looking for it for? You just have to know the placement so that when you get their mascot, you know where to replace it at. Oh no, y'all like overthinking. That's what it is. I think y'all don't want to be freed from rule number one. Y'all want to be stuck in overthinking, huh? Y'all like being frustrated because you're overthinking, huh? Okay, I get it. But I'm not gonna be frustrated. I'm gonna go ahead. I like how he look. He look a little ferocious. He look like he mad that y'all are overthinking. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use him. We might even be able to use this one to add a little depth to it. We're gonna make it where you have a bear paw in the back and maybe put some scratches or something. Because somebody said add a little bit of elements. So y'all might be overthinking them elements too. All right, cool beans. So now I have, oh, so I've got the school name. We got to put the school name. All right, so we got to do our school name. So we're going to go here. And we're going to go 365 creative. Okay, I was trying to wait. I can't do it. Look here. If your background is white, go ahead and change that font because my eyes is hurting. I can't do it. So to change the color of the font, if you don't know, you're brand new to Canva. You've never really, you went on here, it looked intimidating. You just left. So here's how you change the color. Once you click on your text, you're going to get a floating toolbar. Here it has everything that you will need when it comes to text. This toolbar will look different depending on what you have selected. So there are options here if you are selecting text. If you are on a vector image, it's going to be shorter. It is less options. If you are on an actual picture, a rasterized image, not a vector graphic, you can see how that toolbar now looks different. So your toolbar, your floating toolbar will look different depending on what you have selected. If I click on this frame, I'm now limited. I don't have the same options. So it's like, sometimes I've seen people say, oh, well, I'm clicking on this, but my screen doesn't look like yours. It's because you're on the wrong thing. So when you learn what each of those, like what the toolbar looks, depending on what you have selected, you'll start to look at that and realize, oh, I have the wrong thing selected. This is more an issue when you're on the mobile device. As far as like what shows up and like what's available, well, at the bottom, kind of at the bottom, it doesn't look like this, but if you don't know about like bounding boxes and things of that nature, right? So let's say I really, really wanted to select this this circle. So I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. So we click on this circle, this is what the floating toolbar looks like, right? But if this whole thing was like in the way and I'm like, oh, I need to get that circle, and I click right here. So I'm going to click on something else. I'm like, oh, I want the circle. I want to change the color of that circle. And I click here. And it's like, wait, I can't change the color of it. Why not? Right? Well, it's because that bounding box is in the way. These are things that you learn. This is what understanding Canva means, or what I'm teaching understanding of any program. Why you can't select that is because this has a transparent box. It's like a glass window. You can see through it. You can't reach through it. It's not an open door. It's not an open window. You can see through it. You cannot reach through it. So you're not going to be able to just simply click. Yes, you remove the background. Yes, that is transparent, but it still maintains that bounding box. It is not contoured to it. Like if we were in Silhouette Studio and we were to trace and detach, it removes that really large box and the selection is just around that thing. So if you see a shape behind it, you can click on it. That is not the case in Canva. So I just gave y'all a free lesson from my Understanding Canva training, okay? So, but you'll know that you don't have that selected because the toolbar is not going to look correct. You go, you click on something, you end up making a mistake, and it's because you didn't pay attention to the toolbar. So pay attention to that. So for the text, we're going to come here. We're going to click on the A. This allows you to pick colors, okay? This is self-explanatory. Pick a color, okay? Do you need, so here, Well, what's the hex code for this? Why are you worried about hex codes? We try to figure out the design, figure out hex code later, figure out perfect colors later. You need to have it. Pick whatever color they have here. If it's close enough to it, pick it. You're going to sit up here and you're going to stress over all of this stuff. And the truth of the matter is, you don't even know how to properly use color codes anyway. So it is going to look great on screen. But the moment you send that to your printer, and if you're printing on photo glossy paper, if you're printing on matte paper, if you're just trying to test it out, you're going to print it on copy paper, that color is going to look wrong. And then you're going to go and stress out, and you're going to go and try 30,000 different colors, because why is it not coming out correctly? Because you wanted to learn about Canva, but when it came to making the fans, you also skipped learning about design to know that you need a color chart. Available on hsinc365.com. Go into Essentials and you will find a color chart. Take that color chart, open it up, print it out from every single printer that you have on every single media that you use. If you are someone that uses photo glossy paper, take that and print out each 8.5 by 11 page onto a glossy sheet of paper. That way you know the exact color output of the printer you are using. If you use matte paper, go ahead and do that. If you use sticker sheets, go ahead and print those color charts out on that. When you go and you buy your next pack of paper, I need for you to reserve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It might be 8. Be on the safe side. Just save 10 sheets of paper. I need you to save 10 sheets of your sticker paper. If it's glossy, if it's matte. If you are going to attend our training tonight for print and cut to learn how to do printable transfers, I need you to get a couple sheets of that as well. That is not waste. That is an investment to your sanity and making sure you are not frustrated about colors. Hack, because y'all like that. It's just a natural thing. Those who are in professional designing, we design from color charts. So you want to go, you want to get that color chart, and you want to print it out on every single printer you have, your laser printer, your dye-based printer, your pigment ink printer, your sublimation printer. If you go and you order transfers from someone for DTF, send that color chart to them and have them print that color chart out for you so that you know exactly how their printer prints. So you won't be upset when that color comes back and it's like, this is not the color I wanted. So you're going to go ahead and head on over to shop.hsinc365.com. You're going to go up here to Essentials, and you're going to grab this printable color chart. It is going to be the best $13.65 you ever spent. I promise you. As long as you follow what I said in printing out the color charts on every single media that you use. And if you like to use different settings, such as plain paper set to high or premium presentation matte, photo glossy, print them out on all of that. You might need to reserve 20 sheets of paper because you use different settings depending on what you're printing it on. Go ahead at the bottom of it, type exactly what print setting you are using. So when you know I'm going to print on this glossy 62-pound paper from this particular company, it's a little different than from company A, is a little different from company B. So I'm going to print this out because why would I print it? Okay, well, I printed these out last week. When I ran out of paper, I had to get this paper in a pinch. Wait a minute, my colors look wrong. Yeah, because it's a different type of paper. The coating on it is different. So you're going to go and print that out with the settings and identify what paper it is. That way, when you go and you know I'm about to print on this paper, this is for me. This is not for the world. Because when I go, if I decide to sell this template, they need to go to Shaquille's website and they need to go get their own color chart so that when they're changing the colors on their designs, and they're going to print it out from their printer, they're not going to be upset at the color. They're not going to be upset at me. So they also need to go ahead and get this color chart. Okay. So you want to go ahead and get that so that your colors are correct once you go in and change the colors. But for now, we're just building out a template because we're not overthinking it. We want to learn to design. We want to get better at designing. So if we want to get better at designing, people always ask, how do I get better? You stop overthinking. You go, you put your hand to the mouse, you put your hand to your trackpad, you put your fingers to your touch screen, and you start to design. But if you constantly just look at other people's thing and feel like, oh, I'm never going to be able to get that, I can't design like that, you are going to be stuck because you have a broken mindset. If your goal is to learn to design, stop waiting on the perfect moment. Stop waiting for someone to go and pick you and say, oh, I'm going to let you test it out with my baby's pictures. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Go get your pictures from 1983. Go get your baby's pictures. Go get a picture of Tyra Banks and build this out. Who cares about the color? Who cares about the school? Make up a school. I'm going to give you another little hack. Go ahead and make it to where you are advertising. Whatever your business name is, stop advertising, free advertising for these dang on schools and colleges. Put your dang on business name in there. Unless you got a name like Too Cute, Pretty For You, Treats and More, Shirts, Pressings, and Press-Ons, and Hair Weaves. Now, you can't put all that. But make them fans and put your business name, what that school name is. So when somebody tries to steal your picture, you can't steal it. If it got just a generic school on it, guess what? They're going to take your picture. They'll say, oh, I make these. Y'all want it? They might think twice about taking that picture if where that little school part go at. You ain't advertising FAMU. You're not advertising Norland High School. You're not advertising Carroll City or Barbara Goldman Senior High School. You're not advertising Bethune-Cookman, Ed Waters. You're not advertising for them schools. You're going to put your business name right there. When they pay you some coins, then you can see your school name. Oh, my bad. That ain't what y'all came here for, huh? Y'all want me just to get back to Canva? All right, let me get back to Canva. All right, cool beans. We're going to pick a color. All right. Boom. I'm going to put my brand colors because I'm using my brand name. Okay, so 365 Creative Academy. All right, cool beans. Go ahead, stretch it out, shrink it down. All right, so y'all told me I needed the school name. I needed the year. I needed a mascot. I needed a picture. I needed a shape. I got all that on the screen. What I'm supposed to do now? What I'm supposed to do now? We're going to get back to designing. I think I snatched enough edges. We're going to get back to designing. What's the frame here for? Because not sure if you know this or not. I'm going to go ahead, like my one of my students said, go ahead and duplicate. I'm going to duplicate this one. If I go, oh, wait a minute. I was on the wrong thing. See, look at me talking junk. Go ahead here and duplicate. If I go and I drop her in here, what that frame going to do for me? What is this frame going to do for me if I go and I move my picture over here? So we have this frame, we have this circle. What are they supposed to, what do these represent? What are they supposed to do for me? It's all about placement and creativity. Figure out how you want to arrange it. All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and just take some creative liberty. Here is another quick lesson from 365 Creative Academy's Understanding Canva, the prerequisite to Canva for Business, because we really focus on using Canva as a system for your business. But for now, I'm going to give you what you want so I can train you on what you need, okay? As a newbie, I would have my inspiration photo on a page so I can visualize how I want to arrange things. Girl, you sound like you went to the school of the professor. Where you learn that at? That you should have an inspiration pic. Oh, you didn't subscribe to them folk that say you're not supposed to go over people's stuff. You can't, that's the people tell you that's copying. Y'all know some people that like to go and say that. But if you're practicing designing, y'all can draw inspiration from anywhere. Someone says it's about placement and creativity. Some of you guys are really great with gluing things together. You are really great with cutting. You have the skill that some people envy because you can cut a straight line with some scissors. You hear me? That makes you a professional crafter. You can cut a straight line with scissors without a ruler. Oh my God, you must be God's favorite. And you can do all that, but baby, you can't put a design together to save your life. You are very creative in how you're going to mix and match colors and do these glitters and all these. Some people see someone take just vinyl and press it to a shirt. Oh my God, you are the most creative person in the world. All you did was cut out some vinyl and press it to a shirt. But because they can't do it, they assume that is a level of creativity they don't have. How you thought to put vinyl on a shirt to advertise it? That's so creative. That's so smart. You a genius. You should sell these. But you don't know how to put a design together. You really don't have, you have creativity in certain areas. Maybe designing your creativity like that, you were given a small portion, okay? You weren't given the big portion of creativity in the design area. So you have to work on that thing. You got to pull inspiration. You got to go and see something. And yes, I'm going to go and attempt this style. It don't even have to be a graphic. So they don't say you copying me, you copying me. Go find a design. Go look at how the advertisement is at McDonald's. Go to Wawa. They always got posters and stuff. Take a screenshot of somebody's advertisement, the way they have things arranged. And you can take that arrangement for that erectile dysfunction commercial, and they had the little bottle up there. They had the this and that. They had the words all big and stuff. Oh, I like the way that caught my attention. I'm gonna go ahead and model my graduation fan off the penis pills. Oh, you want to know? Oh, you think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? Oh, because see, in my creative business program, what we did was we made a whole, let me go find it. Hold on. Let me go back to Canva, to the homepage, because I closed out that one. If you think I'm playing, when I say find you some real inspiration, one of my students, y'all see this, right? This is something we did. The lovely Gifted Hands by Javia. She is in my creative business program. We were working on her grad things. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, I need for you to rate this flyer. It's okay if you feel like it's a 2. Won't hurt my feelings. I promise you it won't. If it's not your style, be very honest. If it's not what you like, because you might like a little bit more flashy and busy, go ahead, give it a 1, give it a 2. But I need for you to go, just by looking at it, to go ahead and rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you give this? Actually, no, I'm not using 1 through 10 anymore, because baby, we got our brand number is 30. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 30. Rate this on a scale of 1 to 30, because that's our brand numbers, is 30 and 365. Oh, y'all don't want to rate my stuff. Oh, y'all just hurt my feelings. I'm hoping it's because of the little time delay, because y'all not putting no numbers. Hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all giving me a 0? Whatever. Y'all give me a 0, baby. I know. I know my Ishtabon. Not y'all not giving me nothing. Oh, Facebook, y'all real rude and disrespectful. Okay, thank you, YouTube. Because Facebook over here being real rude and disrespectful. Not y'all not saying nothing. Wait a minute now. Dang. Okay, I see. Okay, Facebook come through. Y'all know what this was inspired by? Some coochie wipes, some coochie wash, some cootie cat wipes. I saw this on Facebook. I said, "Oh, I like how they have all the little honey pot, clean, they make your little honey pot look fresh. I like how they had it around there, little 15 bundles. Your Volvo would thank you. I don't remember what else was at the bottom of this, but I was like, "Ooh, I like this. This is nice." This became this. Y'all think honey pot? Oh, they copied me. They stole my advertising. Baby, you selling Cuda Cat wipes. This some graduation stuff. Wait a minute. Is that my dogs? What is that sound I hear now? Is somebody in my house? Hello? Grandma? Is that you, Casper? Don't call my name. I ain't ready to go. I'm teaching the people Canva. Who is in my house? What spirit is thou? I cast thee out in the name of Jesus. What the heck is that noise over there? Because should nobody be in here but me. Grandma, is that you? You trying to learn Canva as well? They got Canva in heaven? Because what the hell is going on? I rebuke these spirit in the name of Jesus. Okay. Oh, she said, okay, I like that. For someone, they said the colors can pop a little bit more. And show more important parts. Important parts, what on this? What colors need to pop more? And what more important parts need to show? I'm always up for suggestions, child. But my whole thing, I will still want your suggestions, but my whole thing was when it comes for inspiration, you don't have to look for that very thing, and you're trying to pull from someone's exact design. If something catches your attention when you are scrolling, that the little poom poom wash, the little poom poom wipe, the little poom poom watch, it caught my attention. Oh. And then we have boom. Oh, there I go rhyming again. Hey, lyricist. Do 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 do. Skirker 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 skirker. All right, so we're gonna come back over here. Where's my thing at? Where's it at? Okay, boom. So you can pull inspiration from anything. So I'm just gonna kind of build something out. Now, the only purpose of a frame would be you want to have some sort of background. One of my main things that I like to use is chalkboard. That is literally my default. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to simply type in chalkboard. Okay. And it's there because I literally search for it all the time. I'm addicted to chalkboard thingies. Okay. So we have this. We're going to go to photos, see all. We're going to go ahead and add this one in. I'm going to pull that in. That's kind of my default for most of my school type fans is I'm going to use a chalkboard. Okay. So we now have the chalkboard. We have an outline. So I'm going to just use the other circle as an outline. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring the Tyra Banks on top. Oh no, what happened? Here is a little, y'all like the word hack. So I'm going to say hack. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to hold down our Windows key, or you're going to hold down Control on a PC or Command on a Mac. I know they're going to tell you click on it and then you want to lock it. Yeah. When you're on a mobile device, you have to do that. If you're on a computer, simply hold down Control or Command. You're going to be able to bring that over the top of it, and it's just going to fit right inside of that. Okay. So that's all you have to do. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller just so that it fits in, inside, just because I don't feel like doing all that other stuff based off of this image. All right, cool beans. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put our name up here, our school name. We're going to put this. And so y'all just told me to put the year, not class of. Y'all just told me to put the year. So I'm going to go and do this. We're going to take this mascot and we're going to go and shrink him down. And hey, let's go and be very adventurous here. We're going to bring this to the front, place this here. And just go ahead and cover that up like so, like that. And then we're going to take Tyra, because all y'all told me to do was just get some names and some stuff. And we're going to go ahead and put this here. And we might put this behind her. So we're going to go send backwards because we just have the little claw there that we know was for the bears. I mean, we kind of sort of working with something, but it's a start. It's a start. The name of the business and the year should be 2026. Baby, this was my from my class from last year. And that's the other thing. You ain't got to have it say 2026. I make money to this day showing fans. I'm not finna. I got a bunch of examples of fans. I'm not changing the design. Now, when I go and I create and I have the first one, I might do 2026. But when I say, let me go on over here to this Instagram. I'm not saying it like, okay, people, I'm telling you this from experience. When people ask me about designs or for fans, every single year, we're going to go HS Inc. 365 prints. When it comes time for me to advertise for graduation on Facebook, because I don't really use Instagram a lot. Go ahead and scroll down because it's been a long time coming. Actually, it's at the top. It's up here. It's above this. Because I've been doing this for a hot little minute. When I say I still get money advertising from something that says 2018. Actually, I really got started. I still got fans from 2017. I don't have to have it say 2026 for people to know that it works. When I go and I'm first starting out, if I don't want to waste any paper, I'm going to post them fans from 2025, 2024, 2023. I literally advertise till this day. So once I really start advertising for grad, I'm going to show you fans from 2018. I'm going to show you fans from 2020. I'm going to show you fans from 2024. 2026 don't make money come. They want to see the quality. They ain't got to see their grad year. I'm going to change it. Now, when you book with me and you go and we do your, you have your little invoice. I'm going to give you all of them. Boom. I'm going to show you all the options in 2025 after you've paid me my money. But until then, you're going to get a look of this from what I've already made. I promise you it don't stop nothing. Y'all going back and y'all overthinking it. Y'all scared. Y'all not putting nothing out because you ain't made no 2026 stuff yet. So you're not promoting that you can do graduation stuff because you waiting until you can design. You waiting for somebody to drop a template for 2026. And you got stuff from 2025. You got stuff from 2024. You got stuff from 2020. But you haven't started advertising yet. Nobody knows you exist. Nobody knows that you're going to have some stuff. Everybody else is going and putting their stuff out. You are busy right now. You booked and busy. You still recovering from Valentine's Day. You was booked and busy for that. So you couldn't do no graduation stuff. You about to do you focusing on Easter. So what? You finna wait until Easter finish to start promoting that you can do graduation because you haven't worked on your 2026 stuff because you think that's going to make it more relatable. If you don't drop them things that you made that was the bomb and they was awesome and they made you money from 2025 and 2024, to let them know we on it again. We running it back this year. This is what we did last year. It's going to be bigger and better. We're going to have some new designs, or you can get this. I don't worry about creating no brand new design every year. I've made money putting a child that's graduating in 2026. I'm going to put their picture, their school name, and change that number to 2025. And it's the exact same template I was using in 2020, 2019. Y'all sit up and get stressed yourself out trying to do all the new stuff every single year. I got to be different. I'm making bank off of something I created a decade ago. Sell the vision. This is the vision. This is what it's gonna look like. This is a mock-up. Here's my mock-ups. Here's the real deal. This was in 2024, 2025, 2021, 2023. That's not an example. This is what I do every single day. It's not an example. If you consider it to be an example, you are missing the point. This says May 7th, 2024. This is an advertisement that I put. Hey, we can service you. We got stoves, fans, shirts, yard signs, cap toppers, buttons, and more. Here's my information. What I'm advertising with is some stuff that say 2023, 2021, 2023. That one is 23, 22. One of them, child. But my point is, you ain't got to make it relatable to this year. They ain't got to see their year this year. They need to see that you can put in the work, that you can produce, that you ain't got nothing. You don't have just a bunch of mock-ups. You ain't got just a bunch of AI stuff. When I say I teach Canva for business, this is what I mean. Some of the posts that y'all are making, ain't nobody buying nothing because you're not putting out nothing that you got a bunch of mock-ups. Canva makes it so easy. Even if your picture look like trash, remove that background, adjust the saturation, adjust the color to it, the gamma on it, and make it stand out, add a shadow to it, give it a little pizzazz. Put your information on there. Put your QR code on there. Y'all just want to go and have this picture and have this and just throw it out there. Y'all want to throw up anything. When I say I teach Canva for business, this is what I mean. What Coach D say? I'm only putting the baddest mother effers on the floor. Those in my program, they put out the baddest content ever. They're not making people guess on how to order from them. DM me. Every time I put it out there, you can call me, you can text, here go the email address, here go the QR code, however you choose to do it. Whatever floats your boat. You can call me, beat me if you want to reach me. What y'all doing with y'all say y'all running the business, but y'all scared to advertise. Y'all got that flyer up there. That y'all know how they push reels. This is a reel that was on there. Now I'm not big on like Instagram, so this ain't but on Facebook, this do some numbers. Y'all got these flyers up there with all this dang information. I need a magnifying glass. I got to pinch and zoom in to read all this stuff because you don't went and put all your offerings on one dang on flyer. You're lazy. You ain't trying to create multiple pieces of content so they can truly see your work and let that work stand out for itself. Make you a flyer with just a stole on it. Then make another with a different stole on it. Same exact information. Put a flag, put a fan on there. But y'all trying to cram everything into one. Picture so dang on small. Who graduating? Ants? Oh, but y'all don't want that Canva business smoke. Y'all don't want to know how to advertise and market as a business, right? Y'all just want to y'all want the chat GPT stuff. Oh, yes, this was created in Canva. Oh, yes, God. All of it. The animations, all of it. Right in Canva. I told you, I'm going to give you what you want. Y'all wanted to come in here to learn how to make a fan, but I'm going to show you what you need. Y'all only going to Canva to create the fan when Canva can go and make your offering stand out. You can create a reel in Canva to garner attention. But y'all don't want that Canva for business information. Oh, did you know when you sit up here struggling, you can't keep up with orders? Did you know you can build out forms in Canva? You can create an invoice that you can go and send out. You can create public view links and all these other. Did you know you can do all that in Canva? Nah, because all y'all want, let's go back. I'm going to go back to what you want. My bad. My bad for trying to put y'all up on game. Let me go back to this fan because this is what y'all want. Y'all in all the groups, y'all watching all the same tutorials. They showing y'all the exact same thing. It's just rinse and repeat. You ain't learning nothing new. You sitting up here, you watching these lives for forever and a day, and you're not getting anything new out of it. Now, as some people, they're not going to show anything new. And I actually applaud them for showing the same thing over and over and over again. But you don't need to sit your behind in that dang on live that they don't show the same thing over and over again. Maybe once or twice you missed something, you caught it. You need to move on. You need to be trying to learn something else. What more do you need? How many ways can they show you how to act? Because truth of the matter is, every single design does the exact same thing. That was my lesson 4. Every design that you create, you're going to do the exact same steps. You are going to bring in some elements. You might bring in a picture. You're going to create some text. You're going to change the font. You're going to change the colors of it. You're going to resize it. Every single design starts the same exact way. So stop saying you don't know how to design because you have the what that man in office, you got concepts of a design, okay? You got concepts of a plan and concepts of a template. You got to put it into action. Don't be like him. Put them concepts to work. Show proof of the concepts. Type out some text. Put it. Who cares if it don't look like nothing now? You're going to build on it. But you too afraid because you feel like this is not appealing. Nobody's going to, I'm like, look, I told y'all to be honest with me. Everybody didn't give me a 30. Some people said 28. Some people said 25. The other person told me, hey, it needs some work. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But for me, some of the stuff that I see y'all put out, baby. But to someone who does not have that creative bone to them, they cannot fathom even doing it. They think that they don't have the skills to do it when it's like, boo, you know how to bring in text. You know where to go at to bring in a photo. You know how to remove the background. You know how to add a frame. You know how to search for an element. You can do it too. But you so caught up on the finished product that you are afraid to even start. Create something. If you didn't have the confidence, you didn't know how to use it, and somebody can't look at this and you are going to say, I am just learning. I finally learned, I now know how to add text and add an outline. If you can't find a few people that's going to root for you or even for yourself, damn everybody else. I'm going to need you to be proud of yourself. You did it. Because I come across people every single day. They won't even get to this point. This wasn't pulled from a template. So if you were that person, you would be able to come in here, type out 3 strings of text, bring in an image, layer it, do a frame, fill it with a background. That's an accomplishment, especially if you couldn't do it yesterday. If you couldn't do it 5 minutes ago, if you did it, pat yourself on the back. But y'all so afraid because you want to post it in group, and it's mean girls. It's mean folks in these groups. They gonna go and say, oh, this ain't, oh my God. You're gonna be a little disappointed because you're not gonna get the so simple. Like you ain't got nothing else to say, don't say nothing at all. So when you don't get the likes, you feeling defeated. But you did something. You started. You can't win a race if you don't actually start. When that gun go off, if you don't move, you're not in the race. You don't have a chance to win because you're not moving. All right, so now I'm going to go and show y'all. I'm going to turn this into something. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to come back to this. So since y'all said circles, We can build out one of the ones that I have that's a circle. Okay. So are we doing 6, 7, 6? I mean 5, 6, or 7? 6, 7. So which one should we build out? 5, 6, or 7? And these are my designs. So a lot of times you see some of these. I will say, excuse me. I actually need to go and figure out what phone it is that has it in there. But when I say I have been a pioneer in these styles of fans, because before that, when people did graduation fans, it was that one company was like Fatheads. All people were doing was they're going to take a graduation picture, they're going to cut it out, and they're going to put it on a stick. That ish was ugly as hell to me. And I started adding the year, I started adding the name to it, and then that picked up. Though these types of fans weren't out there when I was doing these in 2017, 2018. And the proof is in the pudding. Okay. I see, especially this right here. Oh, the number of variations I've seen of this one and this right here. But your girl don't get her props. It's cool though. It's cool though. She says, I have these templates that I purchased from you years ago, and I still use them today. Okay, so I see 1 7, 2 7, 3 7s. I see 2 6s and only 1 5. So the 7s have it. All right, so number 7, because y'all was killing me that whole 2025. I was like, what am I going to do? I could still work with it, but we're going to go with number 7. All right. So we're going to come back over yonder. All right, boom. Oh, wait, hold on. What was this? Okay. New 7. Boom. Because Miss LJ Walker said, put your inspiration picture in the corner so you know what you design it off of. Okay. All right, cool beans. So we're going to go here. We're going to double click on this and we're just going to go 26. We're going to change this to, what is the one for, is it, don't have me lying. I don't even feel like looking for the font. So the school font. So I'm going to use that one. We're going to have to move you, crop you down so I can grab this bear thingy. We're going to put you here. Take me through there. Take me through there. See, I'm gonna need you to move. I need to be able to see. Seriously, and this is the one thing I hate about Canva. Damn it. I can't see what I need to see. Was it 0.87? What the heck? 0.87. Okay. No, it wasn't 87 then. What was this? 83. Okay. 83. Boom. All right, cool. All right, so we have that. We're going to do, oh, and I know some of y'all said mascot. Baby, I ain't got a mascot in sight. Oh, I just realized that the one that y'all chose, actually, did any of them have a mascot on it? This is the only one. This one got a mascot. 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 Okay, so some of them do, but this one, the one that most of y'all chose, ain't got a mascot in sight. So the people that said you got to have a mascot, you ain't got to have a mascot. I promise you, you don't. You ain't got to have a mascot. If you can't find a clear one of it, it's okay. All right, so we're gonna come back over here. And so we have that. We're gonna go Tyra Banks. We're going to, well, for one, I need another circle. That's first and foremost. Duplicate. Spread it out. Bust it wide open. Bust it wide. Actually, no. This one can stay purple. We're going to send this to the back. And we're going to make that middle purple one white. And now we need to adjust this because, baby, that is humongous. That's pretty big, too. We're going to make you a tiny bit smaller because you are humongous. This white one is big, too. See, now this is where I'm stressing over it. And I really shouldn't be stressing over this because this is just foolish. Okay, there we go. I just want it as close to the other one as possible. All right, so we're going to go there. We're going to go to Tyra. We're going to change her name to something a little script. So we're going to go with that one. We're going to put a same thing, put a little outline around it. Let's go ahead and make that a, do I want to do black or do I want to do teal? Okay, we're going to go position, bring that to the front. All right. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right. We're going to group that. Oh, wait, hold on. Group. Okay. Because the way this actually comes up a little bit more, which means she, okay, we'll make her a little bit bigger. Tyra, hey, God damn it. Tyra Banks is here. Okay, we need to do this part. So we're going to come back over to elements. We're going to go to shapes. We're going to go to, well, they have polygons. Which one do I want to use? So we're going to use this one. And we're going to stretch it out. And we're going to come up here and we're going to okay, no, we're going to probably have to use this one to match the way mine is because that one's already pretty rounded. There we go. Okay, so we have that. It's not quite like mine because you can't round off the edges. I can do that in Select Studio though. I'm just saying. All right, so we're going to shrink this. Round this back out. And center it to group it. 365 Creative Academy. Let's do all caps. And this font is not going to work because that 365 is Tanichi is hell. All right, so we'll just do this one. I'm gonna do a little bit of letter spacing. And then we're going to make this white, send it backwards, duplicate again, make that purple. I'm gonna fix the sizing afterwards. Send that to the back, bring it forward. No, backwards, okay. Select all of these. We are going to center, actually we'll do it from here, in middle. All right. There is our 365 Creative Academy. Now I need another set of text for you did it. You did it. Let's pick a font. I'm not going to be able to find one that matches what I used, but we can try and find something. Here's where the hard part comes in choosing a font. Oh, that is ugly. Absolutely the hell not. In all caps. You can work. You're just not really tall. And we're going to decrease some of the letter spacing. Oh, you know what? This is not centered because this and this needs to be grouped. Come on. Okay, so this and this need to be grouped and then they need to be aligned. Because I was like, why does that look so off? Because it was. All right, so now I can go back and ungroup this so that I can send y'all to the back. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to change. We need to have some background kind of behind this. Here is where Canva gets a little bit tricky because you are kind of sort of limited in being able to put outlines. So you may end up having to save the you did it as an image so that you can put like way thicker lines behind it and like different shapes behind it. Because right now, because it's text, you can't use like the edit feature and go to shadows where you can have a little bit, you can make your outline a little bit bigger. It's very limiting in the text. There's only so wide that you can make an outline when you're doing it via text. So I'm gonna still try and do it. I'm gonna duplicate it. And we're going to go here and let's make this. So it would be this would be the teal. So we'll go here and see this. You could only go up to 200. And so this one, we're going to make the outline white and we're going to make the text purple. And then we'll bring this to the front. Make that purple. Actually, no, I probably should have made that teal. Just so that it fully covers this bottom part. And I probably should make that teal. No, we'll leave it purple. Here's a hack. Canva, how you adjust the size of things depends on how zoomed in you are. So before, when I was moving it, it was jumping too much and I couldn't get a really fine like transition on it. So now I'm going to come here and see how now I can move it a lot smoother and get right to the edge. So that is a hack because y'all love that word, but that's just design maybe 202. So zooming in so that you have more fine control over how things move. If you're constantly trying to move things when you're zoomed out, it's going to move in bigger chunks. If you didn't know that, go ahead and drop an 8 in the chat. All right. So we're going to make it where it's the bears. We're going to just add this somewhere, child, because y'all wanted a mascot. So we're going to give it a little mascot. As y'all said, we needed a little mascot, Scotty. And we're going to take 3. Ooh, wait a minute. We're going to make you white and we're going to pull you over to here. And boom, we're done. Now, I have a question. Is learning how to make this fan the most valuable thing that you got from this live broadcast? I do that all the time. I figured it was my bad eyes. No, that's actually how it works. So we mimicked this fan with not the same fonts at all, but it's the same energy. It's the same vibe. I mean, I probably could have gone a little bit thinner on these, but that's that. If I want to go, we'll put this here. We'll make it a teal color. I'll drop the transparency a little bit. Go ahead and send it backwards. Boom. So we got, a little something there with another like representation of the mass Scottish. The mascot could go here. You can move it anywhere. You put it together. It got Tyra on it. All right, so I'm going to delete this. So remember I said, all you have to do is create the template for yourself. So one of my students reminded me, hey, duplicate. One great thing about Canva is if I wanted to go back, I'm not going to tell y'all that. Y'all got to come to the class. I got to come to the class. But I will give you this. I'm going to go duplicate page. We're going to come back over here to my uploads. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We're going to go to, you know what? I'm going to use theirs. I'm going to go elements. I'm going to go grad. And we're going to grab homegirl right here. Oops, no, sorry. Didn't mean to grab her like that. We're going to take homegirl right here. We're going to drag and drop her over Tyra. Oh, wait a minute. It removed the background and everything. All I have to do is resize her and move her. Oh, wait a minute. Then I'm going to come here. All right. I now need someone to give me, actually, you know what? I'm going to use the school that these colors represent. So we're going to come here and we're going to go Miami Central High. I'm going to click on the effects. We're going to go to this color. We're going to make it black. I'm going to go to here, the color. We're going to make that black, or do I want gray? I mean, not gray, green. So we'll make, let me see, position, layers. Here, we'll make the offsets green. Ew. Okay, I can rock with that green. Offset, no. Position, you did it. Effects, here. Green. Name. Effects, black. Name, green. Absolutely the hell not. Let's make that white, and I'll just leave it as black. But we have now changed this for this school. You can change the name. But all you needed to do was create the design. Now, when you get the pictures, you get the school, you get the name, you get the this, duplicate it and change it. But you got to stop overthinking. That's it. Any questions for me? Now, this is only one part of it. This is where people go and they will have, like, there is a part of this that is missing. Well, I'll see. We created this design. Is this ready to go to make your fan? Like, now, what would you now do with this? And I'm going to see if I can't find a rocket. Damn, all y'all look crazy. Here, we just gonna use this one because all them joints look crazy. They look like something else, but What format to save in? Save it, then send. What do you need to select it and lock it down? What do you mean lock it down? I'm not sure what you mean by lock it down. Sizing, okay. Okay, so no, for me, the most valuable thing was to stop overthinking and to not be afraid to post what I have, to start with what I have, to create what I can. Oh, I like how you said that. Yes. Okay. I like that. Let's see. No, it was you showing how to utilize the tools and the tips and tricks you should get, how to get the thicker outlines around the numbers and words. Oh, so your stuff was that's still in learning how to design from this. So your biggest takeaway was the designing from this. Nope, it's the gems to be able to use in other designs. So it's still about designing for you. Okay. Download, upload, size, upload to where? You said download, upload, size, and cut. Where are we uploading it to? And then someone says sizing. But I still want to know what you mean by lock it down. Oh, damn, we are 2 hours in. Oh my Jesus. Oh my gosh. How did we get 2 hours in? Where did 2 hours go? No wonder them numbers on Facebook was dropping. Where in the hell did 2 hours go? What the heck? Lock it so nothing moves around in the design. What do you mean move around in the design? No, you're done with it. What you need to move some stuff around for? Again, we're overthinking. Who told you that? What they said on Come to America? Who told you that? What tutorial show told you that when you have this, the next thing to do is to lock it down so it don't move? Who said that? Who told you that foolishness? Group the image and text. Why are we grouping the images and text? What we doing that for? It's done. You start grouping all that stuff. Guess what? When you now need to put another design in there, you're gonna have to ungroup. What we grouping for? I may not be explaining it right. Okay, try to explain to me because I'm trying to figure out what we locking it down for. What we grouping for? What we locking elements for? What we grouping it together for? It's ready to go. Well, kind of, sort of. Those who said sizing would be correct. For this fan, you created it to 8.5 by 11. This is why. So here's going to be the last lesson for today. Some of y'all go in y'all design, you get into it, you go into take it into, okay, wait. Actually, before I go there, pause, back it up, rewind. Wait, I can't do it. Hold on. Okay, we're going to rewind. What size should this be? What size are you guys making fans? Do she got a crib? Work at Waffle House? Puma on the side of her mouth. I don't know why this song is in my head. Went to Georgia Tech. I can't believe it. Damn. What size should it be? What size should it be for a grad fan? For a grad fan. What size should it be? What size should it be? What size should it be? It don't matter. Girl, what size would you make it? Stop. What size printer are you using first? It don't matter. What size printer you using? What size would you what size do you make fans? Well, I try to go as big as possible because I have a wide format printer, but some people stick with the letter size because they have standard size printers. Okay. Would it be the size the customer requests? So if the customer requests a 36-inch fan, do you have the capabilities to request a 36-inch fan? If the customer wanted it to be like, so it's a wide format 12 inches, but you got an 8.5, what you gonna do? Piece it together? Are you going to outsource it? So wait, are y'all not doing fans yet? Are y'all not advertising? It's not on y'all, yes, not on y'all list to do for graduation. So whatever size this little template they give you, y'all just gonna rock with that size. Oh, see, y'all need to be in my grad master program. Oh, that's what it is. Y'all need to be in the graduation master program, 8.5 by 11. Guess what? I can't never make this 8.5 by 11. I don't recall offhand, but around 6 to 7 inches. So when it comes to that 6 and 7 inches, are you going off of height? Are you going off of width? Is it going to be the entire thing will basically fit into a 6 to 7 inch box? Also, if it's just a regular fan, I would say around my printer is like 8.5 by 11. So 8 inches tall at least. Are you hand cutting it? She says no, but you can outsource. Yes, you can. Definitely can. So that means you would just outsource it. You're gonna let the customer pick whatever size they want, and you're just gonna outsource it. You won't have a set number. Are we cutting these by hand? Are we cutting it with a cutting machine? How are we cutting these? What are we doing? How are we making this a fan that it's in this shape? Why anybody tell me to add no splatter to this? Why ain't none of y'all suggest no smoke? What a texture. I thought y'all liked that kind of stuff. Y'all didn't need no smoke, no splatters, no halftones, no gradients, no extra pictures. Do y'all feel like they're going to pay more if you add that stuff to it, or less, or the same? Try to maximize the space on the paper and know I'll print and cut using my silhouette. So if you're using a print and cut feature, that means that you have, even if you're using 8.5 by 11, you have a max size. Oh, if you're using Cricut, oh baby, you can make these. You can't make these gonna be for ants because Cricut, baby, that size so damn tonighty. Okay, I have a Cricut, but I also cut by hand. So what size are we making this? Hmm? Hmm. 7.5 by 8. Okay. Could it be 8 by 8? Okay, I have both. Yes, I'm trying so hard. All right. So um this is our grad master's. Why is this only 123? That's so wrong. That's interesting. Why is that way? But this right here is our grad master's program. Okay. Now it's a lot in here, and I'm a silhouette girl. So we talked about pricing and marketing. We did stoles, we did fans, we did yard signs, we did grad cap toppers, we did the diploma pillows, buttons, we did a tumbler, and there's a lot of design techniques and gems in here. Is it Silhouette Studio? Absolutely. But guess what? Anybody and their mama can use Silhouette Studio. It is absolutely free to use. You can take those same design concepts and you can apply them and take that information and knowledge when it comes to sizing, all of the things, and you're going to go ahead and apply it to Canva. Now, I am putting together a Canva version. So you can, but when I do the Canva one, Canva is a lot more limiting than Silhouette Studio is. So it's going to be almost like an add-on. You will need this one to really get like the full scope of how things are done. And then inside of it, there will be a link for the Canva add-on if you want to participate in that, like to learn how to. I'm doing it because you guys are determined to do these things in Canva. I feel like it's a waste of time because when you take my class and you see how stoles are set up, when you see how yard signs are set up, you're going to see like Canva makes certain things a lot more complicated, but you can do it. But I'm going to do some designing within Canva, like understanding it from scratch. I'm not making pre-made templates. This is for those who want to get a better understanding of Canva for design, but you have to be in the first one. So I am going to drop a discount code. This is 123 right now. I'm going to make it 50% off. And the code for that is going to be grad, but give me a second. It's on our shop.hs365 website. So we're going to make it grad. You're going to get 50% off of it. There's so much information. Just because it's Silhouette Studio, don't sleep on it. I'm telling you, don't sleep on it. Okay. Uh-oh, hold on one second. Okay, I can't log in through here. What in the world? Un momento. What in the world? Huh. That's interesting. Oh, what the heck? When did that happen? Oh, I know you lying. I'm sorry, y'all. 1 second. Boy, okay. When I say I was about to scream because I was like, what in the heck does Shopify have going on? I could not log into my account. Oh, the way I was about to crash. Oh Lord, I was about to crash the heck out. You hear me? Oh, baby, I was about to crash out. Oh my goodness. Oh, the crash out was about to be real because it would not let me log in. Whoo, child, that scared the crap out of me. My heart was in my goat cat, like them darn honey pot. My heart was in my honey pot. My God, on today. Okay, it is grad 26 to get 50% off of this right here. Okay. And you have to do it from the main site. Grad 26. Grad 26 is the code. Okay. And I'll drop it on the Facebook one afterwards because I can't do it right. Oh, wait, you know what? No, yes, I can. I forgot. Hold on. Let me go here, and all right, boom. There's the link for the grad program. You may have to wait until afterwards to be able to click on it. But all right, so let's go back over here real quick so I can wrap this up. I realize we've been on here for 2 hours. When it comes to this for sizing, so those sounds like, oh, you have to lock it down. You don't. Now, this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, but we have to remember that printers have margins. So can you go all the way to the edge? Absolutely not. I mean, you can make it bigger because then if you take it into a program like Silhouette Studio, you take it into a program like Cricut Design Space or into Leonardo to cut with your Caesar, you take it into Creative Studio to cut with your Solo, your StarCraft Solo, whatever that new one is, Lick Lock, whatever you take it into. You can, of course, always resize it there, but you want to just make it the biggest size. So someone asks, oh, well, all you have to do is just save it. Absolutely. So right now it is going to show bigger. So the person that said group it, the only time that you would need to group this is if you wanted to know what the actual size was. So see, when with the way Canva is set up, if you just select everything, it's not going to tell you what the width and height is. But if you go ahead and group all of this together, it will give you the size. Well, I have to get rid of. And then here's the other thing too, like when you have stuff like this, because her picture is so big, it is going to account for that bounding box. So if I were to group this together, it's going to tell me that the size of this is 9.94 by 8.99. So I'm going to ungroup this. I'm going to click on her. We're going to take this down to right here. We're going to bring this inside of it. We're going to select it all and we're going to group it and go back to position. This is in fact 8.93 by 7.58. This would be the only time that you need to group it if you want to know the exact size of it before you save it. So if you want to be able to make adjustments and things of that nature. But if you are simply going to max this out to the design page, this part over here doesn't matter. You grouping it together doesn't matter because you're going to take it into a different program, but you're also going to have a lot of space. Now you can eliminate that beforehand. It'll be better for you because you'll have it to be the exact size. But that's something that I will teach like in the training because again, it's already late. But to answer the other person's question, yes, all you have to do at this point is go share, download, and you don't have to have it selected, just so you know. Share, download. You're going to go ahead and make this a JPEG or a PNG, depending on which way you prefer. Because we want it to have a transparent background, we're going to go ahead and do PNG. Now, you can do this as a JPEG if you just have the free, if you only have the free version and you're not able to choose transparent background. If you're using something like Silhouette Studio, you're just going to go in there and then you're going to do trace and detach. If you're using Cricut Design Space, you're going to click on that white area, going to delete it. It's going to contour cut. So do not stress over it. There are so many people that make you believe that when you want to do these, you have to have pro. You have to save with a transparent background. 9 times out of 10, you're going to take it into a program for it to cut it. And when it comes to those programs, they have a way for you to basically create that cut line. In Silhouette Studio, it is trace and detach. In Cricut Design Space, you click on the wand, you click on the white area, it removes it. When you go and you save that as a print then cut, it is now set to contour cut around that. There is a way to do it in Leonardo. If you are simply going to print this and cut it by hand, guess what? White does not print. It does not matter if it has a transparent background because it is white. There is no white ink. It's not going to print. It is going to print onto your paper and you are going to cut it out. Going back to rule number 1, these folks got y'all overthinking stuff. You're thinking that you can't do certain things because you don't have pro. You don't need it, especially for a fan. If you are going to do fans and you want to be able to make these fans to get the coins to go and pay for pro, you do that. You can do this from the free version. All you need to do is save it with the white background. And when you take it into the program that you're going to cut with, you are going to have the option to remove that. If you're cutting it by hand, hey, white don't print. It's going to print as is and you're going to cut it. Stop overthinking. Stop thinking that you are missing out on something to get to the bag. Yes, there are some people that will say, you need to have Canva Pro because I'm not about to go and use no bootleg, what they call it, elements and stuff like that. I don't think anything on here. I don't know. I can probably, I mean, the chalkboard might have been pro, but I can go and find something that's not. I can go to Google. I can go find an image of chalkboard. And I can go ahead and bring it in there. Canva has a lot of resources in it, but you also have the ability with a free account to bring in any element that you want. So you don't have to have pro for these elements. A lot of these elements can be found on Google. You're going to bring it in there. You're going to use that free app to remove the background if needed, or you're going to simply drop that into a frame. You don't need pro to make a fan. You don't need pro to get started. Understood? All right, cool beans. So you're going to go here. We're going to choose current page. I'm just going to maximize the size for the hell of it. We're going to go ahead and download. And then I'm going to open up Silhouette Studio. And we're going to drag and drop this in. And thank y'all so very much for joining me. If you would like to send a love offer, thank you. The Cash App is HSN365. I'm saying you don't have to, but if you decide that you want to, for this 2 hours and 30 minutes of time that I have been on here, you would like to go ahead and send 50 cents. We like 30 cents better because, you know, we 365. You want to say $3.65 or maybe a little bit more. HS Inc. 365. $ HS Inc. 365 on Cash App. Okay, if you just, you know, if you feel so inclined, you know, but enrollment would be better. Okay, so boom, we bring this over here. We didn't have to group anything. We didn't have to lock anything down. It is here, ready for you to resize. You are going to have to do trace and detach anyway. So do you have to make it like a specific size? No, not really. We're going to go over here. We're going to go to trace, select trace area. We're going to put our box around it. And I think everything is covered in. We're going to go trace and detach. And boom, we can resize it because I did maximize it. So it says 15, but now you make this whatever size you want. Do your registration marks, whatever, but you created it in Canva. You brought it over here. You're now ready to cut it. Now, there are some rules when it comes to cutting, and based off of your sizes, y'all need to be in the class because y'all have a misconception of when it comes to sizes. This is also why y'all are struggling. Because the things that some of you guys mentioned as far as how you would size it, you on the wrong path. And to the person that said, oh, what the customer wants, absolutely not. I highly recommend that you have set sizes for it, or at least set ways. I'll give you this one gem from it. When it comes to fans, if I'm doing I maximize. So I print to 11 by 17 every single time because I have a minimum that you have to get. So I have a wide format printer. I'm going to maximize it where I can fit 2 on a page. Depending on how the design is set up determines what the size of it is. Every design is different. When I showed you the ones from Instagram, where that Instagram at? Here. These will never be the same size. Some are taller than others. Some are wider than others. So there is no set size. There is a specific size depending on the design and how you want to print it out. So if you're only using a small format printer and you have, you know, of course you're going to use 8.5 by 11, or maybe if your design is really long, you can use 8.5 by 14 paper if your cutting machine allows it. But you're going to size it based off of that. So yes, I do kind of maximize it. There is no set size. For something like this, I think someone said, oh, do like an 8 by 8 or something like that. I'm just going to put a 8 by 8 box right here. This is a design that is, well, I'm just going to take this one and shrink it down. It is not a perfect square. So I would never be able to make this an 8 by 8. If I were to make this an 8 by 8 to fit that box, like side to side, top to bottom, you are going to stretch it. It is going to look crazy. Okay. So the size you size it proportionally based off of how you're going to print it out. If you're using 11 by 17, 12 by 18, 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, whatever your restrictions are for your registration marks, that is what you are going to size it to. Once you kind of know the general range, once you have all of like the templates that you will use, you're going to let them know like it's up to this particular size, but you should have a set, like you have, they can, well, a set selection. You're going to choose a small, medium, large. You're going to have a small, large, oversized. You're going to, however you want to, but no, they should choose which one of the options you have. Now, this is me giving you advice as a business coach. Y'all be having way too many options. Y'all giving them too much control. You need some boundaries in your business. If you need to work on that, I recommend that you join our creative business program. If you want more information, even if you're watching the playback of this, go ahead and drop creative business. I will go ahead and send you the information on the creative business program. We start back up at the beginning of March, just like we did last year. Okay. But that is my time for today, because I have been on here for 2.5 hours. I am hungry. Okay. And I want me a frappe. So I'm about to go ahead and head over to Wawa to go get me a chocolate chip caramel frappe, light whipped cream, extra caramel. Okay. All right. Hopefully this has been helpful for y'all. That is my time. I thank you guys so very much. If you have been here for the full 2 hours and 30 minutes, you are a rock star. And I truly, truly appreciate you. Tell a friend, tag a friend, come back to this, watch it. I prefer that you watch it over on YouTube, because I'm trying to get 365 Creative Academy to the point where it can be monetized. So I'm gonna need you to go look for it, because I'm gonna download this. I'm gonna upload it as a regular video so I can get my watch hours, because for some reason it's not giving me public view hours for the live videos. So I have to download it and like re-upload it. So go find that over there. It is going to delete from all other platforms. Okay. It will go bye-bye. But it will be on 365 Creative Academy. I mean, you can watch the live right now, but I'm going to remove it and I'm going to upload it as a regular video, put a nice little thumbnail on there and all that kind of good jazz. Let folks know it was 2 hours and 30 minutes, but it's not 2 hours and 30 minutes of fluff. This will be the best 2 hours and 30 minutes you spend. Hey, put it on 1.5 and all you got to spend is like a good hour and 45 minutes. If you listen to it on 1.5 speed, break it up for a couple days. But I promise you, you come back to this, there's going to be some gems that's going to motivate you, and you are going to stop overthinking. You are going to stop feeling like you are less than when it comes to Canva, that you don't have the skills, because I promise you, you do. Unless you are somebody who has never, ever, ever touched it because you were afraid, you have all of the information to get started. Now, as far as refining it, you want to go on there, you want to build up your confidence and start something. Now, you can then pull from something, pull the inspiration and start to refine it. Now, if you don't know how to do all of those different changes that I was doing, I invite you to join our Understanding Canva. This breaks it down. We meet every single Tuesday. Now, it is at 11 a.m. We do have, we just kind of had our study hall session. That is in the evening, but we meet every morning, every Tuesday morning. We are now we're about to hit week 8. There's 13 weeks. We have about 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 4 more lessons before we go into getting into some real on designing and applying things. But I promise you, when you understand the program, it is going to make designing that much easier. So I invite you guys to join our Understanding Canva training as well. All right. Understanding. I had the links originally, and then I ended up copying a different link. So I have to go back in here and grab the link for Understanding Canva. Boom, and boom, and boom, and boom. What is my Cash App? It is HSINK365. Thank you, Miss Loretta. I'm going to put it money sign HSINK365. Boom. Bam. That is the Cash App, if you would like to say thank you. Okay. Do we need to watch the whole thing to get you monetized? Well, it's going to take a couple folk. I mean, it's 2 hours on here. If you happen to watch the whole thing back, for each person that watched it, that will be a full 2 hours and 30 minutes of public watch hours. I'm halfway there. I'm at 2,000. I'm monetized technically on my other ones, but I want to be monetized on 365 Creative Academy as well. So I am at like 2,000 public watch hours, and to get monetized, you need to be at 4,000. So yeah, go watch a couple things on there. All right, go watch a few things over on the little platform, okay? Is there a schedule for what? Okay, I'm sorry. So Tamika Lewis says, I just seen this. Is there a schedule? A schedule for what? What cardstock do I use? I recommend that you go to try these out, that you try out a bunch of them. Now, I do have recommendations that when I'm doing my classes and I'm teaching them, I go over it, but there are a lot of options. The one that I use, you might be like, girl, you out your mind. Anybody paying that for no dang on paper, whatever. But there's a lot of popular brands like the Koala one and things of that nature, but you need to try it out. I prefer matte. And a lot of times too, I have a Roland BN20. I have been using that a lot, and I will print to adhesive. So you may not be able to kind of follow what I do for mine. I also have a pigment ink printer. So I have like my colors are going to look different if you're using a dye-based printer. There are a lot of variables to it. I highly recommend that you try it out on different papers, because different papers are going to give you different results. There are different qualities. Yeah, so it just depends on the look that you want, because I am more of a matte girl. I like my matte fans better than my glossy fans. Certain designs I will use the glossy, but I really, really like a good matte paper. Howdy, I have an Epson Artisan 1430. Does your ink work well with it? How do I go about ordering? Want to sublimate some coffee cups? So we do not have the light magenta and light cyan. We are actually out of magenta. We have all of the other colors. So you won't be able to get like a full set with us for that particular printer. We also don't sell the cartridges for it. So hopefully you already have refillable cartridges. But that particular printer has a light cyan and a light magenta, but we've never really carried those. That's an older, well, actually, no, let me see. Is that the one, Artisan 1430? That's the older printer. So let me see, make sure. Epson Artisan 1430. So if I'm looking at the right printer, that is the one that has, yes, that's the disc, that's a discontinued one, and it has light magenta, light cyan, and we don't carry those. So wouldn't be able to technically help you there. Let's see. Hey, can I get class? Wait, can I get class later? Because yes, you can definitely get it. That code the understanding Canva one, the link is there. If you want to do the grad customs master program, that 50% code is there, so you can go ahead and take advantage of it. It is taught in Silhouette Studio, but I teach designing, I teach marketing, branding. There is materials. You get to see how to make stoles from a small format printer, piecing together your paper, or if you're going to use the roll and just print that out. Those who are in my grad master program will have first dibs. We do have some sublimation paper rolls. I will make that available to those who are in the grad program first, before we release it to the public. Okay. Oh, thank you, Amira. She says, I'm going to go back and just let it play. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, you have the the CIS continuous ink system attached to it. Yeah. So we have, I mean, our black ink, our cyan, our yellow will work with it, but we don't carry light cyan, light magenta, and we don't have regular magenta at this time. Isn't she love? Oh, I didn't change the color of this darn paw. I actually should have taken it off because that's not rockets. Last call. Last call. Any questions? I know someone asked about a schedule. I'm not sure if they're still on. I'm not sure what schedule they're referring to or which program they're referring to as far as what schedule. Oh, thank you. I will order whatever you have. No problem supporting. We'll look around for the rest. So it's on hsink365.com. And our bottles are 140 milliliters. So they are going to be great for your continuous ink system. They're not the little small 70 milliliter bottles. So all of our bottles are 140 milliliters. How do you sign up for my classes and groups? So we have a wide variety of classes. Depends on what it is that you want to learn. I'm going to come over here. So we've made some changes to like the website because I just had, this is one of those moments where I'm like, just do the thing. This isn't how I want it to like finally like to look, but we kind of changed our homepage just so that people kind of know like the things that we do. So this is what it looks like now. Now, if you want to join any classes, if you click where it says HS Inc. 365 Creative Academy, it's going to take you here, which I keep forgetting to take this off. And this is where you will end up seeing a lot of the classes. Why are you on here? Wait, something's missing. Okay, I got to fix this because it's not showing the full collection. But this is where our classes basically live at. All the different ones that we have. So I'm going to go 365 classes and playbacks. So this is give you a better example. So, oh, you had to come off. We don't have that one available anymore. Please hold. Because I don't want y'all to be mad. I mean, it technically is available, but it's not our current one. You won't get access to the current live classes with that one. Well, I guess I mean, if I leave it, but no, I really don't want to leave that on there. Now I have no idea. There it is. Products. Fall. There we go. You're going away. This also is this is an older one as well, but I mean this one has a lot of kind of good stuff in it too. But this is the older one. This is, I don't know how many years ago this is. It's like beginning of last, just about a year old or whatever. But we have a bunch of different classes for all sorts of like different things. You know, our Facebook, if you're just saying like a group, we do have a Facebook group. And that is like HS Inc. 365. We have the Silaholics Anonymous one. Anytime you take a class, you get access to our exclusive group, which is the student union, and you're able to like ask questions and things in there, no matter what class you have taken. But we have classes on some of everything, like again, literally some of everything from business to phone board. So you can, there's classes here. There's the Photoshop one. And we also have, these all lead back to our 365 Creative Academy website. That's where all the classes are hosted at. We are starting to kind of transition where that is where all the classes will somewhat live. Most people on here were taking it. Well, okay, I'll put it this way. Anything that's not subscription based will be here, but a lot of our programs are becoming subscription based, and we can't put them on this site. But when you purchase any class on this site, any ink, any paper, any resources, you build up rewards points, and you can use that. You'll get discount codes to use, and you can use that on top of any discounts, like regular discount codes. So There's a lot of stuff here. You just have to figure out what it is that you're wanting to learn. Every last class is absolutely amazing. Chef's kiss. And then we have subscriptions ones like the what's the thing I'm thinking about? The current understanding Canva is subscription based. Our creative business is subscription based. Our Canva for business will be subscription based, but all of these like dedicated classes. So the master program, that is a single class. Like it's once you pay for it, you have lifetime access to it. You just pay for it one time. Yeah, so that's all of that. Let's see. Is the grad master program different than the previous program? No, it's the same exact one. But I will have I'm going to do more Canva in it, but it's not going to be included. Like there's going to be a discount code for those who want to be able to do like that and go to that, like that live Zoom, but that's going to be for Canva. But if some people don't need Canva, really, Silhouette Studio for your grad stuff, to me, Silhouette Studio is one of the best places to like really do all these things in. So you already have access to it. Just rewatch it for this year and refresh. But if you're wanting to build out certain things in Canva, I'm going to have a Canva version of it. I just same way I kind of did with the fan, but just showing design techniques for other items as well. Do I still have the reset thing? No, we do not have any chip resetters. Remember, we're shutting down HS Inc. Once all this product is gone, it's not coming back. So we're not ordering anything new. Why do you keep getting commercials in the middle of your video? Why are they supposed to do that? Absolutely. Trying to get my coins. So yes, I have it set up to where commercials come in the middle of live videos so that I can get paid. Hello. That's how we get paid on YouTube. Let's see. Which grad class should I take? I don't know. I'm looking for the program professor. Which one should I take? So that is up to you. So some of these classes are a couple of years like old, but they are for like dedicated things. So I will say the grad that's weird. Let me open up the one that, let me go here. I'm gonna click on my link that I put on here. I don't know why this isn't coming up. So this one right here was like a full-on class where we talked about business and pricing and marketing and mindset and things of that nature. We went over stoles. I actually show how to create your own stole template in this class. Exactly how I create my templates, not designs, but the template, because every stole is technically different. So if you want to know how to make an exact template of whatever stole that you have, because if you have a stole, you have gotten these templates, you go to press it and your design, they forehead cut off, their nose cut off, half the words cut off, because it's not the same style. They sold you a template that's in a perfect rectangle, but you have a stole that has a curve at the top, because that's all they can do when it comes to Canva, and they're doing these Canva templates. They make a straight box going down. You're going to go and put your design up at the top, and you're going to fill all that out. They didn't tell you nothing about margins to be able to bring it in. So when you go and you put that at the top and your stole is curved, guess what? Half your image is about to get cut off. Half your words are going to get cut off. You have to know exactly the size of your stole. Some stoles are wider than others. Some stoles, that peak is more narrow or more steep than others. So in this, I show you exactly how to get the exact size and measurement of the stole that you are using. I teach you proper placement, whether you are doing it in Silhouette Studio, Photoshop, Photopea, Cricut Design Space, Canva, Corel Draw, Illustrator. I don't care what program you're using it in. Some of these templates that I see, I'm trying to figure out how to draw a picture all the way up to the top. When you go and you press that and the grad puts that on, that's a part that goes behind your neck. where that little top V part is of a stole, that goes behind the grad's neck. So why are we putting information up there? Why are we putting their picture up there? They're going to get blood rush to their head, the picture. I'm being funny, but when you press that, that's going to go behind them. That's going to flip down. I don't understand these templates that I'm seeing out there, and you got the design going all the way to the tippity top. Baby, how? How, Sway? How? Why? I even asked somebody, hey, have you ever pressed this? It's like, no, I don't make these. I just make the designs. Y'all are getting templates from people who don't even make the products, so they don't even know how to properly set it up. They can't even show you one. Y'all go, people be having the templates. Y'all be like, oh, what paper to use? How I print this out? They don't know. Literally, homegirl told me, I don't make these. I just make the templates. They can't answer not a nary a question. And it shows, because how you design this template, boo, lets me know you don't know what you're doing. But in mine, I teach you, even though it might not be Canva, you are learning about bleeds. You're learning about safe zones. You're learning about how to properly make templates. You're learning about spacing and composition and layout and choosing the right font. You are learning about when they give you a picture that's not this perfect AI picture, what are some creative ways that you can incorporate it? That is what I teach in the master's program, because I'm going to help you master the art of designing for graduation season. So this is the one that's the most comprehensive, and right now it's 50% off with the code GRAD26 all together. GRAD26, you get this for 50% off. The link is in the description. I'm going to make sure that it's on the homepage. I don't know why it's not showing up on there. It's been a minute because my focus has been in other places. So I'm going to make that my thing tonight to really go on there and kind of adjust some of these things. All right, let's see. What was the other comment that I saw here? But if you're just wanting to do like just fans, we have some that's just for stoles. This one just kind of goes over just fan designs based off of our templates. This boot camp, we went over 5 different ways to make it. So with, the Dollar Tree paddles and using sublimation and laminate, cutting it out. We went over 5 different ways to be able to make fans in this one. It wasn't as much design. It's more about the ways to do it. But this one, we kind of went over design techniques in this one. So it just depends on what it is that you want to learn and what your budget is. Thank you for the stars. But yeah, if you scroll up, once I stop, you go into the comments and I'll post it again. But the link for that will be there. And the code is GRAD26. All right. I know y'all, for real, I got to go. I got to go pick up my niece too. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.